everybody. Good day. How are you? My name is Dean. Nice to see you again. Almost the entire band is here. One guy isn't. Another guy is, but he's going to be here a little bit later on. But welcome to the program. My name is Dean, and of course, as always, Lochlin Cross from 957 Cruise FM in Edmonton joins us. The host of the Locker Room, morning show host there. His name is Lochlin Cross. You may have heard of him at Lochlin Cross. On the old Twitski is where you can find him. Ski. Lochlin Cross
has a real job.
Yeah, he does. He's got a real job. And he's actually, you know what he's doing is he's helping a family member get their driver's license today. So he's going to try and hump in on the back end and try and get into the show on the back end to talk about a bunch of different stuff with us, because he was really pumped today because we got Convoy number 2 showing up apparently on Canada Day in Ottawa. Convoy number 2 is going on. So I want to get to that. I want to get to some selfie death stuff. I want to talk about why you shouldn't pet bears, but the Convoy number 2 is set to begin. Did you hear about this? Convoy number 2 across Canada. The idiot train is getting ready to leave the idiot train station.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
I did not hear a word about this until you told me about it a couple minutes ago. And I'm like, that's great news. Yeah, because I thought everything was over. And what did I say? They would find another reason.
Yeah.
So what is the reason for this convoy?
Well, Ottawa, July 1st. This is my understanding anyway. The convoy freedom fuckers are arriving July 1st. And their goal is to make...
It's an odd name for the...
Freedom fuckers? Yeah, but they fuck themselves to asking for freedom all the time, so they're called freedom fuckers. If you haven't watched Shoresy on Crave, I don't know if you have, the guy from Letterkenny that does that show, Jared Kiso, Letterkenny, he would call them tit fuckers, actually. Okay. And he would tell them to give their balls a tug. But that's a TV show. This is real life. So we just call them freedom fuckers. And the goal is they want to, I guess, get to Ottawa July 1st. And the effort they would like to make this time, because all the mandates are gone, blah, 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 as we always said, listen, the second the mandates go, these guys will just fucking pivot to something else. These tit fuckers. Going to make them worse now. Apparently they want to just go there and ruin Canada Day for everybody. And then after ruining Canada Day and telling everybody that shows up to celebrate this great country that they're not, this is what I've heard. Tom Mazzaro, who was there before, one of the organizers, a couple of the other organizers are back at it. Yeah. They want to do the same thing again. And the goal this time is to just be to tell people that this is real Canada. These guys are real Canadians. Anybody else that's coming there is not a real Canadian. And if you like anything other than what they like and any of the politicians they like Pierre and all the rest of those cocks, then you're not a real Canadian. And they plan on, and this is just incredible, they plan on staying there until Labor Day. So the same guys that all got arrested, all got boned, some people still in jail. That fucking loser, George Billings, got let out the other day with a big I Love Jesus shirt on, which was super funny to me. But the same people are coming back because they want to do the same shit, and they're just saying it's for different reasons now, which we all knew. I mean, you know, the whole goal is this.
But what are those reasons? Like, I mean,
they're cunts, that they're just dumb assholes, that they're just dumb racist losers that hate. Yeah, I think so. It's in the MOU. It's like, we can't help it. We're cunts.
Okay, so Pat King, is he still in jail?
Totally. Yeah, 100%
Hopefully
in jail.
we can get
121 days.
Because he's not going to want to miss this.
Yeah, well, he's got some rules and regulations. Like, he can't do it. He's not allowed to actually be around anybody, right? And it was funny because Tamara Lish was in Toronto yesterday accepting an award on behalf of the National Post and a whole bunch of fucking crooked lawyers and a bunch of dumb white people. So she's going to be in trouble again. But they're doing it again. Like, all of the things that people have gone through, all the shit that they've gone through, all the bullshit. She got an award for being a freedom fighter.
We're giving out awards?
Well, we're not. Alt-right assholes are. Like, the National Post sponsored this JCCF thing, and the JCCF is just a bunch of fucking losers that like to talk about the way it was and how the fact that everybody wants to change shit. And then your boy Rex Murphy stood up there last night saying it would, and he nailed it. Media's crooked and mendacious and all this other shit. But dude, it's like that movement, the first convoy, made friends with some terrible people that have great positions. And so they're like, yeah, fuck, do it again. Feed it to Trudeau again. Feed it to woke Canada again. And we're going to have yet another fucking rally in Ottawa on Canada Day, which is going to be exciting. It's the goal is this, and let me read this. This is from the Make Ottawa Boring Again Reddit thing. This is info about the Freedom Folk events, June 30th, Canada Day. This is what their deal. Veterans for Freedom have established this group called SHED, the Shed or Shed. And here's the goal. I'll just read it to you. Watched live from the Freedom Shed interviewing one of the members of the Veterans for Freedom. These are the same dumb cocks that came around with their motorcycles during Rolling Thunder and didn't do anything because they're just idiots. Being quite clear about their intentions for Convoy 2.0, intention to stay indefinitely, unlike Rolling Thunder. Here's the summary. There's going to be some kind of freedom conference June 2nd to 24th. There's going to be a march happening June 30th, organized by Veterans for Freedom. Ottawa Police Services is aware, and they've been in communication with each other. Apparently, they're trying to help again, which is really nice of them, considering what the city of Ottawa was up to last week. In February. Then they'll be marching down Baseline, head towards downtown via the canal, and they're going to stop in at Hogs Back Park for some refreshments. That's nice. Then they're setting up a permanent encampment just outside city limits, so OPS has no jurisdiction. Good thing the RCMP do. Builders will be arriving June 19th to start setting up the encampment, including cots, cooking stations, etc., and they're calling it Camp Eagle with a little nod to America because they think the way America does it is the way we should be doing it here, which is the goal for these theocratic cocks. There's going to be some kind of freedom conference. Blah, 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 blah. We said this, setting up a permanent thing, Camp Eagle. They're accepting supplies and donations, and we'll have a drop-off location in the city somewhere. Same thing, explicitly stating their intention is to stay indefinitely. This is the goal, folks, for Convoy 2.0. Flew Trucks Clan Part 2, the descendants of theocratic idiots that can't fucking read. The goal is to build 100 to 200,000 daily protesters on Parliament Hill by Labor Day because they just fucking hate Trudeau and hate you and hate me and hate everybody that doesn't like Jesus Christ. They're planning training sessions on how to wake up your friends and family. They're planning training sessions on how to wake up your friends and family who are in the cult of common sense. All 90% of us. That'll be fun. 20% of the population are woke, useful idiots, is what they say, doing the bidding of the elite 1%, which is them. I mean, they're just projecting it's them, and thus are beyond help. They think we're beyond help, which is fucking unbelievable. And they want to target the middle 60% of other events are in the works. Bonus, a rep for Veterans for Freedom claimed that we are demasculizing men. As a result, the military is now full of weak soldiers, so they don't think anybody can
this
fight
seems
back.
Really, really scattered.
Yeah, it is. Well, they are, right? Because they're idiots. They're all just a bunch of dumb Jesus-freaked idiots.
You got this off of Reddit, but this is a sort of a blow-by-blow point.
Right.
A plan, a to-do list for this freedom event.
Religious psychos and alt-right extremists on Canada Day. Yeah.
Again, read that again, everybody. Go back, rewind, and do this again. There is no reason why they are there.
There's no reason in here.
There's no reason. There's nothing there that says this is happening to us. Right. This is happening to Canada, and we need to fix this. That's the problem I've had with this from day one. It's just this random, we've lost our freedoms, and we need to wake everybody up to our side of the the belief structure, which isn't apparent. There's no call to action here.
I used to get angry when I would read these. When I took it pretty seriously because I was like, someone's got to fucking say something and do something, because the media in this country treated it like it was an alternative opinion, and it's not. This is just idiocy, right? It's just pure, unadulterated extremism from Jesus-freaked idiots. That's all it is. That are propped up by churches and propped up by conservative. Go ahead and get into that cannabis beer, by the way. Let's see how it goes. This is Cannabis Beer Friday, by the way, because Locke has never tried cannabis beer, and he loves his beer. And we're trying to get him to try some cannabis beer, mix it in with the other stuff so he doesn't wake up hungover. That's right. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Locke,
smells very beery.
Yes, it is. It is. Get ready for an interesting taste. Molo is today's cannabis beer of choice. Not bad, huh? Very beery, a little skunky. You kind of get the cannabis in there. Now shotgun it and let me know how it goes.
I'm not sure if I taste cannabis right now.
No, I don't think you will. It's only 5%, dude. You're good.
It's a little, it's tingly on my tongue.
That's right. It'll make your tongue go quiet later on too. You'll get hungry. You'll want more beer. You won't be hungover in the morning. You're welcome. Anyway, back to this. We'll get to Cannabis Fridays in just a second. But I will say this, is that to your point, there is no point. There is no ask. It is just, here's what we're doing. We want to be colossal assholes one more time. And it, again, is such a fucking fantasy if they think they're going to get 200,000 people out by Labor Day. If they think they're going to get 7,000 people out on day one that are with this movement, or if they think for 1 second that they won't be kettled by a group of people who have been following the Tom Mazzaros and all the other dipshits for the past 4 months, you're crazy. However, it won't stop them because it doesn't matter to them, because it's not about mandates. It was never about mandates. It was never about anything other than the fact that these guys are brainwashed religious extremists being led by other brainwashed religious extremists that want to hurt real Canadians trying to enjoy this country that just came out of a fucking 2-year pandemic. That's the goal. That's the goal, because these guys are in a cult called evangelical Christianity, an absolute fucking cult. And a lot of the extreme guys in this cult are the guys that are leading the charge because they know they can use religion to their benefit, and they know that they can get a whole bunch of people that legitimately believe in a sky daddy and Noah's Ark and all the other crazy bullshit that comes with all the fucked up gay stories that they do, or anti-gay stories that they're all into, because they don't like the LGBT community and they don't like trans people, and we're watching that play out right now. They just hate you. These people that are planning yet another trip to Ottawa just fucking hate you, hate this world, hate your guts, hate this prime minister, hate anybody to do with anything that isn't Jesus is the reason for the season-y. Hate. Like, that is why they're going to Ottawa to establish a camp in the name of Camp Eagle, which is an American fucking bird. That's why they're going and they're asking people for donations. And that's why this Tom Mazzaro guy is in, because they got a taste last time of the damage that they could do to this country and these people who they fucking hate. And here's the thing. So fucking fantastically delusional, these dumb cocks. So fucking crazy. They think they're going to unbrainwash people who live in objective reality to live in their subjective bullshit. That's fucking awesome to me. And I can't wait for this, to the point where I am making a commitment right now that I will be in Ottawa on June 30th, and I will make myself available to all those fucks just to have a conversation with them on a daily basis, just to record all of it. I fucking can't wait. I know a lot of people in Ottawa are getting a little greasy about the whole thing. Paul sent that to me this morning, and he's like, Blue Jacket guys, like, these fucks will never learn. No shit. No shit. It's up to you to laugh at it and enjoy it and go down there and do something about it. That's what we have to do.
I'm letting you know now I'm not going to go.
No, I know. You're in Edmonton, dude. It's 4 hours from here. I have to go. I got to go to this one.
2 things.
Yeah.
One, let's review the Tom, because I'm trying to place Tom. Mm-hmm. And is he the one? Have you got a picture of him?
Yeah.
He's spearheading this one this time. He's the one that was in the military, and he's quite energetic on his podcast, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've never listened to his podcast, but I heard that he is. He's a Jesus freaked former military intelligence dude.
Is
like
he
literally,
the one that we had that guest on that was concerned about his mental state.
Yeah,
about PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy. That's the other thing too. I think a lot of this sucks in people with mental illness too. Can you go back to the second page of this this plan of attack for this Freedom Folk Day or whatever?
Freedom Convoy 2.0.
I want to know where
July 1st, Canada Day. Yeah.
Where am I? 20% of the population are woke, useful idiots.
Yeah.
That do the bidding of the 1% and are thus beyond help. So hold on. Are we woke, useful? Are we in the woke, useful idiots category?
I don't know if we're in the woke useful idiots category. I think because we're on the tip of the spear, some people would call us that, but I think we're more in the 60% according to these guys instead. But listen, it's all made up. That's like, this sentence is like saying, one time I hit a home run at Yankee Stadium, but it was empty and no one saw it, but I hit a home run at Yankee Stadium. That's what this is. It is one day we're going to own the world and Tom's going to be the king of the world and everybody's going to have to bow down to Jesus Christ. That's what these guys are trying to say.
Okay.
That's how fantastically stupid they are. Every single one of them. Anybody that believes in any of this, doesn't matter if you're Plymouth Brethren Church, who is funding a lot of this, doesn't matter if you're any of these other churches that think this is cool. It's not cool to hurt other human beings. And I go back to that all the time. And these guys are going to try and hurt some more human beings. So until that point, I'm going to continue to hurt them on purpose. And it's going to be my pleasure.
I do enjoy that one sentence, though. 20% of the population are woke, useful idiots doing the bidding of the elite 1% and are thus beyond help.
Yeah.
They want to target the middle 60%. I love how they've just arbitrarily picked these numbers.
You know what?
So
the crazy part is that these
that are redeemable in their mind, right? And we can get them.
Yeah. But the crazy part is, dude, these are the same people that are saying the vaccine that is literally saving people's lives because the pandemic still rages. The idea that it's a joke. These are the same people that say the vaccine's a joke and Jesus Christ will save me from dying or getting sick. These are the same people that did a memorandum of understanding that said they wanted to take out the Senate and hang the prime minister. These are the same people that legitimately think Jesus Christ is going to come down from heaven on earth and do something called the rapture and take them all up to heaven one day, leaving us all down here to fight for our lives and fight each other with spears and maces and guns and stuff.
They believe
that's happening. Yeah, it's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Yeah, the 12 horses.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I don't know the number. I was briefly.
That's what these Tom Mazzaro, all of these people legitimately believe it, and they Cub Scouts, and they literally believe. These guys legitimately believe this, and I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. These guys legitimately believe that this earth sucks. Heaven's the best. Only they have a ticket to it. And until they go to heaven, their job is to bring heaven down here and subject everybody to the rule of God and the will of God as they see fit. That is Christian extremism, Christian nationalism, which is literally one of the biggest problems that we have today. When someone says we have a terrorism problem, I agree. They're all white and they're all evangelical fucking lunatics. That's a fact.
Well, and if anybody from the military is listening, apparently we have a entire military full of weak soldiers. I like your approach.
Fucking crazy.
It is. I like your approach to this is good. You're laughing at it now. Which you kind of.
It is so funny to me. Like, the pain and the anxiety these guys are choosing and trying to cause in the name of Jesus Christ is a joke. These guys are all a joke. I mean, from people posting videos of, what was that video we saw this last week that was just fucking hilarious, of that woman named Kellyanne Wolf, again, born again evangelical extremist loser, fucking off her meds, crazy meth head, going absolutely off the rails about bringing Justin Bieber home to admit that he's got some kind of fucking vaccine injury. This is what you get. This isn't serious. We can't look at this like it's serious. It's a fucking joke. They're all jokes. And we should be laughing at it as we put it down. We shouldn't be laughing at it, letting it happen. It's like when your kid, when your kid is like mad at you and he's like 3 and he's like, oh, you're going to get, and he's punching your leg and you can't stop laughing. And he's like, that's what this is to me. That's all it is. Although these guys actually have resources and have crazy batshit insane churches and real fucking politicians like Candace Bergen and Pierre Poilievre that are equally as fucked in the head, like absolutely mentally unwell and emotionally detached, because all they want to do is fuck you over in the name of their God. How is that not fucking funny?
Yeah.
And there's like a billion more of us than there are of them. And their goal, as they stated in their memorandum in their meeting, was to wake us up. Fuck, let's do it. If there's someone out there, and I'll put this offer out there now, that would like to wake me up, I would love to have you on this show. Wake me up all you like. I want you to give me, but here's the thing: is those people got to tell me why they truly believe what they believe. They need to say the Jesus-y parts out loud. The crazy cult shit, the mark of the beast, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I'll debate it all with you because I know the Bible quite well, as a matter of fact, because I was forced into that shit when I was a kid. Up into my late teens. They made us. What's that?
Which explains your anger for it.
Which explains my anger for people that like to hurt others in the name of religion. So that's what we're dealing with here today. Like the Convoy stuff shocked us before. We know what this is now. We can call it out. And we can laugh at it the whole time because it's legitimately fucking crazy.
The thing that surprises me is that their attempts to try to continue to revise this, whatever this is, Convoy, it hasn't worked. It didn't work the first time. It didn't work with the Rolling Thunder. It was an embarrassment. They're willing to embarrass themselves again. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, don't you take stock after you execute something, and if it's a complete failure, you go,
Generally, yes, people do.
Maybe we shouldn't try this again, just in case we show the rest of the world just how useless of a movement this is.
Well, what happens is normally, like when someone does something, you take note, right? Normal people, when they're like, we should try something, and then after it's done, we should kind of we should go over how it went and take some notes so that when we do it the next time, it's better, right? Now,
or
watching people get
why you're doing it. That would be an excellent starting point.
Not a bad idea. Yeah, start with a principled reason as to why you're doing something. But the principled reason is, and here's the thing: the reason why you can never get a straight answer out of any of these groups is because they're deathly afraid to tell you the truth. They're like, if we tell them the part about going to heaven and Jesus Christ and our Lord and Savior, people are going to think we're crazy. Well, that's because it is crazy. That's why we think you're crazy, because it is crazy. Yeah. So that's why they never say the parts out loud, and you get these MOUs going, we're going to wake people up. Well, that's witnessing to them to tell them that the government is really out to get them and they need to submit to the will of God. That's what they plan on doing.
At what point did religion become, in some religions, because it seems to be more prevalent now than it used to be, where there is this real strong sentiment of anti-government in the religious circles. I got an interesting story for you too when you answer that question.
Great question. I think Justin Trudeau brings out the worst in these people for a couple of reasons. One is he is like dramatically fraudulently woke, right? He is.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
And so they're not upset about the woke part. They're upset about what's in the woke parts. Equal opportunity for the LGBTQ plus community, banning conversion therapy. That really bothered this group, because they believe being gay is a sin. So that's one of the reasons why they're there. So that's the woke stuff that they're talking about. Not being mean to people, not racializing people, like being kind to people. They don't want even people like, I put out tweets yesterday. I'm putting out these tweets about, you know how I put out quotes from different philosophers and nice things about kindness and love and treating people with respect and all that other stuff. These guys all came after those tweets yesterday. And it was like 2 or 3. I do it every day. I could care less what anybody says or thinks of it because I think that's food for me and food for everybody else. That's why I do it. And it's funny because like I put out a tweet yesterday. It's like, love and kindness are important. Some guy subtweets. It's like, fuck you. You'll never tell me what to do. And I'm like, there we go. It is those people. They don't want anything nice unless it comes from them. They don't want the world to be a good place. They want it to be their place. And that's what this is all about. And there's like fucking 20 of them compared to us. It's like 7 people. If you really boil it down, they said they're going to get 200,000 people. They said they were going to get 2 million people. Like Theo Fleury told Fox News, 2 million people were on the road going to Ottawa the last time. 7,000 showed up. By the end of the month, there's like 1,000 people there.
It still surprised me.
I think about it surprised me too, but all of it is a lie.
Good party, right?
Yeah, they did.
There was a lot of people from Quebec that just sort of crossed over and came over to Ottawa. They were like, "All right, is there a loony bar?" Okay.
Where's the street meat? Where's the hot dog vendor? Is there a loony bar? Who's got the tunes? Who's got the bag of grass? Let's fucking party.
I think a lot of it was that. It turned into a bit of that. The thing that interests me about this, because you're putting it into perspective for me, because you're right, these groups, these protests are based in a sort of a religious, sort of theoretic, motivation, and then we're not really told that. Like it's not highlighted because they are scared to put that message out there, because it does look on paper, when you write it down, you go, this is what I believe in. Okay, that does, like, we're not going to say that out loud because wow, that's crazy. Like, people are going to pick up on that. Here's the thing that I find interesting about putting that together, with what this group's main focus is.
Yeah.
Do you think this group is smart enough or intuitive enough to pick up on the things that our fearless leader isn't saying out loud? And that might be part of the reason why there is so much anger towards him.
What do you mean? Like he doesn't want to talk about the religious stuff?
You know what I mean. Let me say it again.
Say it again so I understand it. Yes, because I didn't quite understand it. Thank you.
Do you think that this group that's going to this freedom rally, based on what we know to be true about the motivation, about they're not saying the quiet parts out loud,
that they're doing
it's all
it
about
for
religion, it's all about the Sky
God.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Do you think this group is intuitive enough, self-aware enough to be angry about the things that our leader isn't saying out loud?
Great question. I have a video to answer that. When you ask if these people,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, know what you're talking about. Totally know what you're talking about. But let me put this video up on the screen.
Cares? And yeah, I don't care.
I don't care either.
But I think they care.
Well, of course they do. They think he's effeminate. They don't like him. They hate him for it. I don't care about that guy. How's that cannabis beer? Told you it was delicious.
I just stomached that one.
I know you did. And it was great, wasn't it? Now,
this
is why you talk about self-aware, dude. I know. It's good. This is why you talk about self-aware. Remember April? When she went to Ottawa?
I do remember April.
You talk about self-awareness with this group. Like, you know what self-awareness means? It's your ability to see what you've done wrong in every situation, right? To look at yourself objectively, to see what the real problem is so that you can have a good life. Do you think these people are self-aware? Let's play this.
This is the heritage moment one.
I'm going to be here as long as it takes. As long as these truckers are going to be here, I'm going to be here. Because why? Because I think we should live free like we always have. Yeah. Kicked off Facebook, blocked, not allowed to post any of this live, nothing else. That's why I'm here. They shouldn't have turned my Facebook off. Now I'm angry.
Do you think, once again, you can answer your question at this point. Right. Do you think this group is self-aware? Yes or no?
I think this group has an idea of what
they think is going
not being honest about, but may not be able to articulate it, and they just sort of, he's got nice hair, I hate him.
He's soft-spoken, looks great. He smells great. He can probably cook. I hate the guy. It's too effeminate for me. Yeah.
I bet you his shoe closet's neat. Okay, I
bet you he keeps an impeccable schedule.
I got a quick story for you. So I'm trying to think about how to do this to protect the people involved.
Fuck it. Just tell me what it is. Who cares? Use different names. Use pseudonyms.
Okay. One of my really close friends, Jerry, he has a huge head and a big heart. And Jerry is a religious man and still has friends that are religious. And he was telling me about communication he recently had, because what he will do is he will touch base with some of his older friends. He's a thoughtful young man. Okay. And Jerry, his name's Jerry, Jerry has been calling this individual a little bit less, because this individual that lives in his hometown that grows a lot of beets.
Cannabis.
No, beets. Not beets, though. I'm trying to hide the... Anyway, so he called this guy, this friend of his from high school. Again, he's religious. He's phoning home to a religious friend of his, okay? And they were talking about all of the things that this guy believes in. And Jerry was telling me about all the things that he believes in, and I was like, man, he needs to stay off Facebook. Jerry tells me an interesting point. He goes, you know what's crazy about that is that he refuses to go on any social media. Like, he homeschools his kids. He's very religious. They're not allowed to watch TV. They're not allowed on social media. And I'm like, that's interesting, because he is regurgitating all these narrative and these points from the QAnon. And I said, how the fuck does he have this information if he's not getting it from like Facebook? And then Jimmy's like, well, he gets it from his church buddies, right? So they don't even know that this is like QAnon stuff. They have no clue.
Oh, they're in a silo. They're like just getting information from their dad, and he has dummied them out of electronics, dummied them out of the news, and he's just one piece of information. He's not telling them it's QAnon. It's kind of fucking militarily brilliant. It's like psyops on your own kids. Terrible fucking idea. But what you're talking about is legitimate. Like, it's, it's propaganda 101.
Well, my buddy, Jerry, who I'm close with, is a little bit more open-minded and aware of what's going on in the world. It's this small town that he used to live in that's being impacted by this. But the funny thing is this stuff seeps its way in through these, not just, we always talk about, you got to get your news from somewhere other than Facebook. But what's happening in a lot of these communities is, and this is a realization that I had after Jerry was telling me this story about reconnecting with a friend he hasn't talked to in months. And then he's like, he believes this. And I'm like, those are all the QAnon troll. Like, it's weird, but they're not getting it on Facebook. They're not part of Reddit. They're like, we go to church on Sundays. We homeschool our kids. Outside of that, we go to work, and there might be a church picnic on a Saturday. Mm-hmm. Right. This group is not being impacted by misinformation from Russian bots or anything like that, but it's seeped its way into these communities, into these religious sort of cultures. Okay. And then the other thing that he's really concerned about in this small town, this overly religious person, is that there is this concerted effort by the governments around the world to eliminate religion. And then I made the mistake of saying, wow, that sounds like a good idea. To a very religious friend of mine.
What did he say?
Wow. You know who Jerry is. Jerry was just like, Lochlin, that would be a bad idea. And I'm like, no, it wouldn't. It would be the
great
best
idea.
thing that could happen to us as a race, as a human race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The religion is regarded by the downtrodden as needed, right? It is by the wealthy, or by the wise as useless, and by the wealthy and rulers, like by governments, as necessary. For that very reason. If we had an anti-religion stance in this country, which I'd be happy to lead, by the way, and where we would say, listen, freedom of religion is so important to us, super important, but it's nowhere near as important as the freedom of responsibility in this country, where your neighbor is allowed to exist free of your pestering and your door-to-door bullshit. Talking to the Jehovah's Witnesses, I'm talking to the Mormons, I'm talking to anybody that likes to go door to door or tell someone that the way they live is wrong and they're going to hell. The second you do that in this country, you should be thrown in fucking jail. You should literally be thrown in jail. The second you do it. And if I ever ascend to the highest office in this country, which I can't because I'm not Canadian. Well, I am Canadian, but I wasn't born here. Maybe I could actually. If I ever ascend to the highest office in this country, that'll be the first thing I do. Is I'll go and phone my friend Mubin Sheikh, and I'll say, okay, you're the religion guy, former spy, practicing Muslim. And I'll say, anything hateful, like the Adam Waffen guys, they got picked up by the Quebec police the other day because they're involved in a hate group.
Yeah.
The second you tell someone that they're wrong for believing what they believe, and you go to this kind of length to be an asshole to them because of their belief system, you should get thrown in jail. Legitimately.
The one thing I will throw out there, and it's a cautionary sort of point, because you know what, you're running the country now, and I think you need to have people around you that say things that need to be said.
You're the sport minister.
Okay,
you're the minister of alcohol and tobacco.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will run.
I'll invent that.
Yeah. I think by ostracizing the group that is religious, you're kind of doing what they're doing by telling
no. We allow it. Freedom of religion's a huge thing in this country. It should be for a long time.
I'm saying?
But the second your religion turns into mischief, you get dinged. And it's not a freedom of religion thing.
Should pay taxes.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that'll be the second thing I do. I'm going to tax the fuck out of every church in this country. I don't care what you do. I'll be like, you're paying the freight. You're paying the freight. I'd walk up to the Catholic Church, the Diocese of Canada. I go, I got something for you. It's a little piece of paper that says, now you got to pay taxes. Have a great day. And I would be kind about it. I'd be like, here you go. Because if you really want to affect change in this country, if you want to stop these people from doing it, take away their tax exempt status. Do it for everybody. Absolutely fucking everybody. And you know what you get? Bunch of happy Canadians. 90% of us would be like this. Yeah, we get it. Yeah, perfect. Even the people that go to church, like the moderates, that go, yeah, I believe in religion. I'm just not an asshole about it. They would be like, yeah, fuck, pay the tax. Because then these people, there's a paper trail for everything. Where's the money? Where'd it go? What are you doing with it? You sponsoring convoys? Is that what you're doing with this? Are you buying advertisement against the government? Religion, church and state's supposed to be separate, you fucks. That's how we do that. Yeah, and then we throw, and then you know what we do just for fun?
Interesting experiment.
Is we take the worst of the worst, like the really violent ones, and we put them in a cage in the town square. All different religions too, like the violent people from all the different, like violent culty religions. You put them all in the same cage, and you go, "Here's one orange. You guys are gonna have to fight it out."
And then just randomly drop like weapons. Oops, I dropped that.
Yeah, every 2 minutes you drop in a new weapon. It'll be like Squid Game for crazy religious freaks.
I remember I said that on the air that I think we should take away tax.
We should do a Squid Game for religious people. Oh, sorry, no.
No, I said that on the air, and that was a long weekend because I think I did it on a Friday. I got bombarded.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, because they got nothing else to do, right? They're warriors for their religion. They literally think that they're the ultimate warrior for their religion. They really do.
Well, I'm
their God.
To remember why I was attacked. There was one specific reason.
Because they're dumb?
No. It was about
brainwashed.
No. I see where you're going though. It was
cognitively delayed.
They were hanging their hat on something, and I can't quite remember exactly what it was about how to defend the tax exempt status for churches, right? But anyway, we can move on. I just thought you would enjoy that story.
Well, I'm just looking forward to, dude. I'm looking forward to the convoy for the first time. Like, while everybody's out there going, "This is happening again," I'm like, "This is happening again."
I think this one's going to be very similar to, because remember we kind of got a little bit excited about the Rolling Thunder group too, and then that sort of petered out, and then it wasn't as entertaining as we hoped it would be.
No, it wasn't, was it? But we got great video out of it.
Yeah,
she was too. Yeah, she was only there for a couple of weeks. The convoy, she was there a couple of days. She was on the convoy for like a month, and she had a blast. She said she would have stayed an extra 2 weeks just to watch the cleanup. It was so fun because she's like legitimately that messed up in the head, which I love. That's why we get along.
Yeah. Hey, listen, can you carry for 1 minute while I run and get my second Beer.
Second beer. How you feeling, by the way? Yeah. How you
I
feeling?
don't feel a thing. That's kind of why I want
That's
to
good.
jump into this cannabis thing. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah, it's Cannabis Friday, just in case you're wondering where Lochlin's gone. He has 2 cannabis beers with him. He is a self-described alcoholic, which makes me laugh because he's not really an alcoholic. He just says he drinks too much. And so what we got him on is the cannabis pints. Now, if you hadn't had cannabis pints yet, they come in 2.5, they come in 5 milligrams, they come in 10 milligrams. There's a lime. Molo makes a great one. And so what Locke did is he went and got on the cannabis beer train because he had no idea they had cannabis beer. And he's like a beeraholic. He just loves beer, loves the taste of beer. It's
brought a real one too.
He brought a weird one just in case. So yeah, try the Molo beer. They got the lime, by the way. The lime is fucking awesome. You got to try that one.
Somebody said something about a rhubarb, strawberry lime something, and they didn't have that one.
Well, that's like a seltzer. You're talking about seltzers now.
No, it was a beer.
Was it really?
Yeah. No, I got a text. Man, I can't believe how much correspondence I've had about
cannabis.
Where is
people love it? I'm telling you, dude. It should be the most normalized thing that we do. We'd all be healthier and happier for it. Speaking of normalized, healthy and happy, this is not normal, nor is it a healthy thing to do. Read an article today.
The guy said something. Hold on. It was Ian? Maybe it was Ian.
What? Are you still in the cannabis stuff?
No, I'm trying to find the name of the type of beer. He suggested one of the beers and said, he said, those are fine, but you should try this strawberry lime something or other. And it was a beer. Because I specifically said, is that a beer or is that because I don't want the seltzers. I can't drink those things. It's too much fucking sugar in them.
There's no sugar in these seltzers. You can get the ones that are like literally vodka soda, but it's just cannabis soda, yeah, with like a hint of flavor. Yeah.
All right.
You got everything.
Cannabis beer, weed beer number 2. And again, the other thing I did was I stayed away from the 10 percenters or 10 milligrammers. I've been corrected a couple of times on that. I went in with the 5 milligrams because I'm
scared.
impacted by weed a little. Like it hits me a lot harder because I have zero tolerance for it. And
you're scared.
So I don't
just admit it. It's okay. You're scared. I would be scared too if I was trying like Coke for the first time. I'd be like, I don't know. I don't think I want to do 4 bumps. Like I'll just do 1 bump. Start with the 1 bump, and then we'll move to 4 bumps. You guys are cokeaholics.
I did cocaine once years ago and stayed up all night drinking and remembering being wise enough at the age of 21 to go, this is a really bad idea for me to get into.
Just tagging into, yeah. If you got a problem with one thing, you want to tag into another one. Speaking of bad ideas, did you see the video selfie we put up today of this lady? Yeah. If you have a fear of heights, she's not, but it was close.
Oh, damn.
And I put this out, and it went viral this morning. And I didn't think it'd go viral. I'm like, oh, this is a fucked up video. But watch this video.
Okay.
And then I want to talk a little bit about selfie death because it's actually a funny little topic. Selfie death, because there's a lot of people dying of selfies.
Almost like every month.
I'll tell you how much
around the world.
But tell me, while you're watching this, I want you to tell me if this is something that you could see yourself doing with your wife when you guys go away on vacation this summer. You guys are going to take a lot of pictures.
Guy.
Me neither. The embarrassment of it, like setting it up and stuff. I just feel like a loser. I feel like a 12-year-old girl who's just going, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I would never do it. But these guys did it. I want you to watch because about 400 people in the last 4 years have died doing stuff like this.
That's
watch
awesome.
this. Listen to their husband.
Come on.
Holy fuck. Stop this video. Stop.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
Crazy and beautiful.
Did you see that? Did you see
My
that?
heart
I
is
want you to listen.
racing.
This woman is like 1,200 feet in the air on the edge of a fucking rock cliff. And her husband's like, keep going.
Keep going.
More. Come on.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay.
That
How do your feet feel right now? Looking at that. Legitimately, how do your feet feel?
Crazy and beautiful.
I can taste my testicles. And I don't think I'm supposed to. Without really putting them in your mouth, I don't think I'm supposed to taste them. It could be this weed beer though. Too.
It might be. Yeah. My feet go numb watching that video, like to the point where I posted it this morning and I had to go like this with like one eye. I was like this. Jesus Christ, you're gonna put it up. I guess it's the anxiety of knowing that woman is like an inch away from going 1,200 feet to her death, while her husband's like, keep going. Must have had a sweet insurance policy.
Yeah.
I wonder how. So anyway, I did a little research. One person every 13 days dies taking a risky.
I was going to say it's about
photo.
once a month. I remember reading this. Somebody's been dying from selfies.
It's like twice a month. It's like just a little over than twice a month on this planet.
Not be discouraging this.
421 people since 2008 have died going. Just a little more. It's a little bit more. Okay, over here. Or getting hit by cars.
I saw one where they got smoked. They were outside of a window or a train or something. And,
oh, yeah. Dude, I've got it. I've got it.
That one?
Yeah. Okay, have you seen this one? This guy's alive, strangely enough. He shouldn't be. But I want you to, again, selfies are cool and stuff. Maybe don't take them while the train's literally behind you.
This train one's hard to watch, too.
Doing 60 while you're like, look at me in the train. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh.
He didn't die.
No, he didn't die. And boom. I mean, the picture's incredible. The video's awesome, but his broken arm and his new phone suck. That's not even my favorite. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at that guy getting hit by the train. He waves at it. The guy in the fucking booth is like...
You see the smile on his face too when the train's... The guy's just leaning on the horn and he's like, fuck it, I'm staying right here. Watch this. Oh, well,
I'm glad he was being safe with the helmet and all.
Can you imagine if he wasn't wearing his bike helmet? Can you imagine? Oh, not my favorite.
I shouldn't enjoy those.
I've had this.
I saw another train one. I'm pretty sure that guy's dead.
Oh, yeah, where the guy was leaning in like this and he hit him right in the head. He's dead. Yeah, I'm not showing that video. I haven't. I got a lot of those videos because I love selfie injuries.
Talking about because you were saying this guy's not dead. I'm like,
no, that guy's not dead. The other guy's totally dead.
Exploding melon.
It sure did. But this is my favorite one. This is like the millennial version of the selfie injury, and it happened, I believe, in India. I'm only saying that because of the cow. I don't know if they died. Fucking great video though. Right into a cow.
Oh my God, that is so good. That shouldn't be funny. That poor cow.
Yeah, the cow got hit. They rear-ended this cow. And if you're listening to this, folks, listener, if you're listening to this, 4 young men in what appears to be India or Pakistan are riding down the street. And as you know, cows are sacred in that area of the world, so no one's allowed to touch them. They're allowed to kind of come and go as they please. And one guy's taking a selfie of him and his boys riding on their scooters. And one guy's like trick riding and he's got his foot up. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, holy fuck, there's a cow.
Oh my God. I wonder how many cows get killed every year at like 3 a.m.
Or deer
in India.
Oh, a lot.
Where it's like, you know what? I know that this thing's sacred, but I
had a burger last
year. And I got to tell you, I went to In-N-Out Burger and it was so fucking good. Listen, Madinder, we're going to get up at 3. And we're going
listen, but well, it's not Alan, in that part of the world, so I get it. It's not like, hey, Pete,
we're gonna go get ourselves a burger tonight.
Oh, fuck, I can't stop laughing today. I needed that. Listen, Rajpur. Oh my god. Woo! It's too good.
I'm glad this is a light Friday.
Me too. Yeah, nice Friday. Lynn's has popped in. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Lindley, he's just joined the radio program. It's not even a radio program. Digital audio content program. Sorry, we're just laughing at this video. Have you seen this? It's crazy.
Oh, man. That's probably not the video I want to be watching right now where I am.
Yeah, where are you? Tell us where you are, Ryan.
I'm at the Ministry of Transportation waiting for Ashley to finish her road test for her driver's license. So I hope nothing like that happens while we're here today.
Yeah, no kidding. No. She's as long as she's not taking a selfie, she's nervous. Ryan's wife, by the way, is one of those people that just never got her driver's license. And when she met Ryan, she started to level up a little bit because she got some confidence, and she's like one of the most wonderful women you'll ever meet in your life. Her name's Ashley, and can you imagine in your 30s going, I'm gonna get my fucking driver's license? I'm so proud of her. Good for her.
Yeah,
How'd it go so far?
Well, they just left, actually. They just pulled out. We're about an hour behind. We stood here in the parking lot baking in the sun for the last hour, but it's the government, so what are you gonna do?
Wait.
Yeah, pretty much hurry up and wait. So she actually did really well. We drove around for most of the afternoon, and she's good. She's a good driver. She'll be fine.
Are you an asshole to drive with, though? Because you used to be a driving instructor. Are you like? Yeah, you probably are.
I see that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, the one thing I'll give. We've been giving dad advice on our show all week. And giving.
That's why I sent you the Tommy Lee Jones today, Lochlin, because I'm the Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah. So I have actually some advice for dads who don't want to teach the kids how to drive. You just got to have a drinking problem. Because I was always drunk by the time there was any chance of going out with the kids to teach them how to drive. So I was like, no, we can't. Mom, Dad.
When your girls would ask you where they say, hey, listen, I really want to go driving, Dad, would you look at them with a beer in your hand and go, duh. I can't fucking drive. Safe. How many times I got to go through this with you, honey? I'm fucking wasted.
Yeah, no, I was. We tooled around for like 3 hours this afternoon, and I was a driving instructor guy again, and she was pretty rattled. And by the time we got to the parking lot, I said, "This is gonna be the hardest part of you. That was the hardest part of your day. Now you're gonna get in the car. No one's gonna tell you what to do, and you're gonna do just great." She's like, "Oh my god, I didn't even think of it that way." I said, "Yeah, you got this."
Is that how you convince her that it's okay? Is that how
we might not be speaking on the way out of here, but
is that how you convince her that you're making her a better person? Is every time you go aggro on your wife, you go, "Hey, listen, when you go out there, life's going to be a whole lot easier if you're just dealing with me in here like this."
Just for this day.
When I just finally fucking die, you're going to be on your own. You won't have to deal with me anymore.
What if I died, Locke? What if you died, Locke?
There's no way I could, and I drive with my kids all the time. When my middle guy's like not interested, my 16-year-old's way into it. He's like, "Fuck, let's go driving." I'm like, and I legitimately have to put my hands in my pockets.
Yeah.
Put my seatbelt on, put my hands in my pockets, and remind myself to shut the fuck up until we get in an accident. And you know how hard that is? Like the job of a driving instructor. And I see these guys all the time on the road. They get a little cone on the top of their car. And they're like, "Hey, we're teaching someone to drive. Go around us." And I'm like, yeah, that's great. I want to know how the guy in there, how much he drinks when he goes home.
Well, there's a bunch of instructors here now. Like they're around me. Like, are you guys driving instructors? Are you? Yeah. Can I talk to you for just a quick sec? My name's Ryan. I'm from the Dean Blundell Show.
Hi.
Hey, you're live right now. If that's okay.
Oh yeah.
The guys were just asking, how much do you drink at home when you leave this job? Like, do you drink a lot? Do you do a lot of drugs, or
no?
You don't do that to calm your nerves, eh?
No. Smoke's needed.
Just smokes.
Ask him. Can you hear me, dude?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great to meet you. My name's Dean, by the way. That's Lochlin.
Yes, hi, Dean.
Nice
Hi.
to see you. How stressful is teaching people how to drive?
It depends, right? Sometimes it's like not stressful. Sometimes it could be stressful.
Yeah. How many accidents have you been in with these people?
Never. It's been 4 years. Yeah.
Wow. You're a great instructor.
We get like cool pedals. Like we can actually stop the brakes. We can stop the car and stuff. So
Yeah, you knew that, right?
Yeah. If you know like what you're doing, then I don't think so you have trouble. Like, the instructor need to be confident first.
Yeah, that's right. Do people ever cry during their lessons with you? Do people ever get
sometimes like some have like problem with the they get panic.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it happens so that you have to handle it carefully you have to handle with really care with them.
Do you ever tell them like prior to the exam, just have a couple of cocktails and just it'll relax your nerves?
You have to tell them it's easy to make mistakes. That's why you're here.
Right.
You're here to make mistakes. You're not here to learn. You're here to make mistakes so that we can fix your mistakes.
I love this guy.
That's way different. That's way different. That's way different than what I did today. Just saying, like maybe I should have sent Ashley out with my friend here. What's your name? Vasif.
Yep.
Vasif, I'm Ryan.
Vasif, nice to meet you, Vasif. Thank you very much. Thanks for doing God's work, brother. I appreciate you. That's nice. Look at that. Okay, buddy. Well, listen, are you going to be? Is she done anytime soon? Because I want the good news too.
Yeah, she should. She left like about 5-10 minutes ago, so she shouldn't be too long. So.
All right.
She's, you know what? You want to hear a weird part though? The weirdest coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
So like 25 years ago, when I got my driver's license, I ended up going out with a trainee and an examiner that had a trainee, and it was like super harrowing because it's like they're doing everything like immediately crazy by the book. Guess what I actually got today? The one with the trainee. So there's two of them with her. So she's a good driver though. She'll do fine.
Yeah. Maybe she'll offer up a little something if she's like a credit short. That's what I would do. Hey, listen, dude, I'll rub it if you just pass me.
Yeah, hey, listen.
A harder conversation when there's two in the car.
Yeah. One's a male, one's a female too. So
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to work.
I don't know if that's gonna work out very well.
All right. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, the minute I'll hop out, but I'll hop back in if you guys are still on, and I'll let you know.
Okay, buddy. Well, hang in there. Man. Good luck.
Hey, how's Lochlin doing with his Mallows?
Good. He's down to number 2.
Yeah, I
How do you
killed
feel?
the second one. You know what? The other reason why I don't know if I do this on a regular basis is like 2 of these cost me $14. They're not cheap.
No,
they got to come down.
Yeah, they do. They do. But there's a lot of good stuff in there. There you go. So in the next 20 minutes or so, he should be feeling pretty good. I'll keep you posted. If you're back, you're back.
Yeah,
I can already feel it.
I'll hop back in. I want an update.
I can sort of feel it. Like I'm getting like tingly.
Are you getting tingly?
Yeah.
Maybe you're going to get an erection too. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're getting aroused.
Too. You guys said that you get the weed beer boner.
Weed boners. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, you got to
weed boners is a thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I'll hop back in a bit.
Okay, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Ryan Lindley, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Googling this.
Weed boners. Google it. It's for real. It's a real thing. Have you not had one before? Have you not had a weed boner?
I can't believe how many people have been sending me notes about aqua dumps too, by the way.
Yeah, no kidding. We lit it up.
Okay.
And I got a lot of really good aqua dump tips yesterday. We were talking about taking a poop in the lake and how fresh and clean it makes you feel.
Okay. Marijuana and erectile dysfunction. That's not it. Marijuana is a natural aphrodisiac.
Thank you.
If you don't get too dang high. Okay, that's vice.
Yeah.
Marijuana and erectile dysfunction. What does marijuana do to a boner?
Makes it better.
Marijuana may have caused 12-hour erection, doctor says.
Told you.
That's in the top of the Google
Told you.
search.
That's got to be true, by the way.
Marijuana and erectile dysfunction.
Yeah,
It seems to be back and forth. Weed dick is a thing. So that's when you're limp, though.
You got it.
Coke dick, too, right? Marijuana can help you keep an erection longer.
Can it really? I didn't know that it could help you keep an erection longer. I knew it was good for erections, and it was good
Is
erection
it normal
business.
to get a raging boner while smoking?
That was like a 19-year-old
Reddit
dude.
thread.
That's a Reddit thread asking if it's normal. You read the replies. It's the only way for you to get accurate information or Reddit replies.
I've been smoking for about a year now, on and off, usually only with friends. On the weekends, however, have a problem.
Yeah.
Every time I hit the bong or blunt, I get a stiffy. Okay, and then happens whenever I smoke by myself. Pavlo something. He's saying that might be a Pavlo thing. Yes, I thought so.
Pavlov's, you mean Pavlov's?
Pavlov. Yeah, Pavlov.
It's a psychosomatic condition that people have. It's like Pavlov's dog. It's an old study that they did with the dog. When they ring a bell, the dog would salivate. Pavlov's dog, Bare Naked Lady song. No, you didn't look into it?
No.
Okay.
Female toker perspective. It's a big turn on for those of us too sometimes.
Told you.
Pot really does make everything better.
Yes, it does.
So there's a lot of people supporting this kid that's just started on the weed and every time gets a raging stiffy.
There you go.
So there you go. That's on Reddit. I did not know. I'm writing that down.
Right? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
There are so many other benefits for you when it comes to cannabis. Aqua dumps are good. Cannabis
And
is great.
Weed boner.
Weed boners are good.
I'm learning. I'm growing.
That's all we can do here. That's all we can do in this life. Speaking of learning and growing, did you see the bear attack at Jasper National Park not far from you the other day? Did you see the video?
This happens all the time. This happens every year.
See that?
Were
picture?
there tourists involved?
Yes, there were several tourists. And these tourists are all foreigners. By the way, this is what happens with tourists. Either foreigners or people that aren't from the area get out of their car in national parks, in the mountains, the Rockies, Jasper, Canmore, Banff, Revelstoke, Golden, like anything on the Trans-Canada Highway, because there's
You
just
see these all the time.
Yeah.
See all these cars stopped and there's a big elk or a moose in the water or a couple of bear cubs just in the ditch, right? And they're all stopped and they're all
eating
running
someone's
around like
Arby's
assholes.
garbage that they threw out the window. That's what they do. They look for garbage. They forage. And they are somewhat domesticated, as you said. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Great Outdoors with John Candy, one of the best movies ever made, where they're like, don't feed the bears. And they're like,
feeds the steak.
Yeah, that's right. The old 96.
Yeah, I did see that one. Yeah.
So the same thing here in Canada. It is a problem that a lot of people are getting out of their cars and taking pictures of these bears. Now the bears, because out of the pandemic, right, they were left alone for 2 years. No one's really traveling. A lot of people didn't do it. So the bears are getting pissed. As are all the animals in cages that no one went to see in zoos. They're ripping people's arms off. They're attacking people. They're killing. Like we show videos of these things all the time. So I can't show you the video because it's not our property. And I tried to get it today. No big deal. This is a still from it. You can see the actual story at deanblundell.com. But these people got out of their cars, started snapping pictures, and this bear charged them. This big old black bear. Not happy. He's like, fuck off. I'm just looking for berries and old burger wrappers and some peanut butter. Fuck off. And thankfully, no one was injured.
Oh, really? Oh, that's too bad. I always cheer for the animal in these. Like that. Yeah,
I don't ever take the human side.
That's fresh sushi right there.
Yeah, it sure is. It's delicious if you're a bear. But I'll say this, is that when I was a kid, we lived in Saskatchewan and Alberta, right?
Yeah.
BC, Saskatchewan, Alberta. But my formative years, I lived as a child in Saskatchewan and Alberta. Every single summer, last day of school, from like kindergarten till I was like in the 9th or 10th grade.
Yeah.
Most exciting time of my life was when my folks would pull up with our van in front of my school, pick me and my brother up when my sister was old enough, her too. And we'd hop in the car and my parents would have sandwiches. There'd be tunes playing. We'd get in the van. We'd get our seats and we would be off to grandma's house to pick cherries and go to the beach and all that fun stuff you did when a kid because you didn't have any electronics, right? You go to see grandma. This is going to be the best. And every year until I was like 13 years old, maybe 12 years old. So from like 5 until I was 12, I was fascinated with that drive through the Trans-Canada Highway because when you got to the prairies, you got through the foothills, and then you got to the Rockies, and you got through Banff and Canmore, and these mountains were everywhere. It was incredible, as was the wildlife. Our windows were literally wildlife observatories, Lochlin.
Yeah.
Right? And it was like I was glued to it for hours. If you have kids that hate driving, take them through the Rockies. They'll love driving after that. It's incredible. Just a wonderful thing. But every single time we would see wildlife, I would be like, that's nice, until we got to the bears. And the bears were my favorite. And I would always ask my dad, can we just pull over like everybody else is pulling over so I can see the bears?
Yeah.
And his answer was always, fuck no, you idiot.
Yeah.
Literally.
Or you sure you didn't say, no, we didn't bring any peanut butter this time?
No. He would say,
I
no.
I love the parents that slap peanut butter on the kids and send them out for the photo op.
Go out there. Yeah, that happens too. So one day when I'm 12, we're doing this magical trip. We're at about Golden, British Columbia. Right. And my dad, I'm like, Dad, please, Dad, can we just stop? He's like, fuck, okay. My dad was a pretty high-strung guy to begin with, right? A little high-strung. Family in the car. He's driving through. He's got this idiot kid in the back going, can you please stop the car? I want to pet the bears.
Mom won't let him drink. You won't let him have the roadies.
No, yeah, he's like 2 years sober at this point. He's like, fuck. I'll pull the car over. So he pulls the car over. The van. And I'm so excited. I'm 12. I'm like, these beautiful bears. I can't wait. They're going to be right there. I swing the door open. What appears right in front of us? A massive fucking grizzly bear. And he's running towards the open part of the van. Like running. Like he's fucking on fire. And before I could even reach the door, my dad screams, close the fucking door. And I'm reaching for the door and I'm hanging onto the seatbelt and I'm trying to close the van door. And for the next 2 hours, my dad goes off on me. You fucking loser. What do you think? You're fucking Jack Hanna? This isn't a fucking zoo. That bear almost ate your mother's face. And if that bear ate your mother's face, I'm stopping this car and I'm going to whoop your ass with that belt. And I knew he would because the year previous, he was like, you want me to pull the car over? I'm like, who's going to drive, tough guy? And he's like, that's it. And he spanked me in front of thousands of people driving down the Trans-Canada Highway for a half an hour. And all the dads are going, honk, honk, give it to him. And I'm like, it fucking hurts. And so I didn't talk back to him that day. But for literally 3 hours, he's like, people getting, I remember him saying this to me when I was like 12. He's like, you know how many Japanese people get eaten every year by bears? Thousands. And it all happens here. You know why? They think it's cool. They get out of their car, their Japanese cameras, and they take their pictures back to Japan. And before you know it, thousands of Japanese people get eaten. And I'm like, that was my first encounter with old guy racism too, by the way. I'm like, I don't think they're all Japanese. He's like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, don't pet the bears on the Trans-Canada Highway.
No, stay in your car. Yeah. Elk is dangerous too. A lot of people aren't aware of that.
There's some elk deaths out there every year that I don't hear about.
Yeah, in the rutting season as well, there's always some issues in that regard because people will pull over, pull the cameras out, and they're like.
See now all of me, because I've learned these lessons as a child, wants to actually go to the Trans-Canada Highway, sit in one of those advertising vans that has just windows on every side. Yeah. And just watch people get out, tempt fate. I would love to watch that because these videos are fucking awesome.
Again,
dude, these people just think that these bears are just going to go, yeah, whatever. They're hungry.
You have to show a video of one of these people getting hit. Have you seen the buffalo one?
Mm-mm.
There's a video of somebody, type that into YouTube. They were out and they put their kid out there.
In Yellowstone?
Yeah, and the kid gets tossed. She's okay though.
Yeah. I got the picture here. It was a young girl, wasn't it? I think she got hit. Yeah.
It
She's
might
okay.
have just
she
been
lived.
a picture. I'm not sure if it's a.
Was it this
video.
one? Fucking huge distance for buffalo. By the way, look at how far this kid flew.
That's the
one. Yeah.
That kid lived.
Oh yeah, she was fine.
Yeah, she got taken out, and yeah, she was good.
Don't fuck with wild animals. It's just a good, it's
buffalo.
One of those,
yeah, they have buffalo out here, and there's every year there's usually at least a story that makes its way around the Edmonton area that somebody was on the trail, got a little too close, and the buffalo charged them. Yeah.
And okay,
just outside of town. I don't know if we've had any deaths, but
buffalo deaths. Well, you put yourself in the position to expect it, right?
Yeah.
This is fucking mad. These things are thousands of pounds. Buffalo, thousands of pounds. Bear, 800, 900,000 pounds. I mean, fucking, these are big animals, and they will eat your face.
we always have those friends too. This is another. I've had just a load of advice today. Wow. We all have these friends that are just dumb as sticks too, right? Like, and they're the guys that you got to take to Jasper with you, and then it's like,
and you cover them in liverwurst.
Jerry.
They'll lick you clean.
Just think of the clicks we'll get.
Shove some liverwurst in his back pockets and go, they're friendly. You can pet these guys. They've been around for generations. These are friendly bears.
Always rotate.
Go, all right.
Yeah, never forget the videotape Jerry heading down to the...
Just make sure you bring a big gun with you just in case Jerry starts to fucking get mauled to death. Right? It's always fun to send your friend into a bear den with liverwurst in his pockets until he starts to get killed. Then you're like, this is not a viral video anymore.
Depends. Depends on where you stop it.
That's true. How you feeling?
Good. I'm a little
Cannabis
stoned.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. There you go. Right? 5 milligrams. You're a little stoned. You haven't been stoned in a long time. It's Friday. You've replaced your beer with a cannabis beer. You've had 2 of them. Now you've got 10 milligrams of THC in your system. So now you know this is dosing, right? You're learning.
I'm feeling like it's a body high.
Yeah, because you feel awesome. Yeah, so, exactly.
I mean, I don't remember always getting a body high from weed when I
no, because you were back when you smoked weed, you were just buying grass from some guy that like found it at the side of the road, or maybe some dude hooped it into the country from Latin America. You're probably smoking ass weed. Probably.
We did have some questionable weed when I was growing up for the handful of years that I did smoke. And then I remember one time we got our hands on some oil.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like honey, and they affectionately referred to it as honey oil. I remember being very body stoned on that too. Anyway,
I'm just glad you did it today. Good for you. You got a big night tonight? Where are you going?
No, I got nothing.
Party? No.
Wife
still out of town?
Mm-hmm.
Go get 4 more of those incredibly expensive cannabis beers and just gear down. Dude,
see, I don't
play checkers against yourself. Go get some sour keys, eat, have a couple melatonin, then fucking fall asleep at 9:30. It's the best. It is legitimately the best.
You know what? I've never had melatonin. I sleep like a
Oh, you haven't? Dude, I'm going to start a new podcast called Weller from now on to make you Weller. I'm going to move everything that you have over into the cool side of the street, and you're going to be like this. I sleep better. I feel better. Life is awesome.
I sleep like a princess, Steve.
You'll sleep even better. Okay. Well, if you don't need melatonin, you don't need it.
I don't need it. No, I don't need it. No.
We're going to change it all. We're going to change your world. We're going to change the world with weed. Thanks for doing this, dude. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It was fun. Don't forget, you can visit our store, by the way. We've got some stuff up the shop, deanblundell.com. Go to the shop. You can also donate to Alex. We're still collecting money. We're going to send him money at the end of the summer. He's still feeding people that need it, and we would love to be able to help. He fed family of 4 last week. He bought groceries for 4 weeks for $130. You believe that shit? So if you go to the shop, you can donate there.
Home with a Ukraine flag on it today that I took, and I was going to send a tweet to our boy Alex. He'll be on next week?
Yep.
Okay, good.
It's on Monday.
There's a couple of things we need to talk about, right? Did the soccer team make it into the World Cup?
Ukraine?
Great
question. I don't know.
Because they tied with Scotland.
Yeah, did you see everybody cheering for him too?
Yeah. I don't know enough about soccer and aggregates, and it's the worst.
Nah, they got eliminated June 5th.
Ah, shitty.
Yeah, it's too bad. They should have a special spot for them. They should give them Russia's spot. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
Russia should be there. Just give it to them. Here, you get their spot. Come on in. That would be cool. Because FIFA's is crooked as fuck. Anyway, I'm done. Have a great day. Thanks for doing this, dude. Really appreciate it. At Lock and Cross is where you can find him on Twitter. And you can listen to him every single weekday morning. Host of The Locker Room, which is a morning show on 957 Cruise FM in Edmonton. And you can also download and go to his YouTube channel. Download his podcast. You can download this podcast. You can get the Jedi Jimmy podcast at The Locker Room YouTube page as well, which is actually very funny. So please do so.
Yesterday. By the way, can I plug a auction for the children's hospital that we're doing on Monday?
You bet.
It comes with a chance to golf in the Arden Roof Systems charity golf tournament. And again, Stacy likes to donate to a specific charity within the Stollery, where it goes to organizations that provides entertainment and things like that, like sending clowns and musicians and things like that to the Stollery Hospital, the children's hospital specifically, to entertain them and make them laugh when they're, going through some shit. So, and that's something that's very close to his heart. So Monday, we will start taking bids, and it includes dinner at the Central Social Hall and 2 rounds of golf with the locker room.
Oh, that's awesome. You better hope that's one of those contests where you better hope a cool guy buys that package, because you have to golf with him.
You know what? Anybody that's willing, that has a, big, generous heart like
wallet.
That. Yeah, I'll golf with that guy any day.
All right.
Hopefully we'll raise a couple bucks for
that on Monday.
Back charity. That's Monday morning. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll kick it off at 6.
I'll be watching. I'll be listening. You can get all of that at 957cruisefm.ca. So if you want to help some kids in the Stollery Children's Hospital and you want to help them get some entertainment in there, Lochlin's got the biggest heart. So make sure that you tune in and go to the website, see if you can donate.
Better than me. I'll tell
Probably,
you that.
But you do have a big heart.
I do.
So
I give a shit.
Yeah. I give
Trying
a shit.
to make this place a better place to live. All right.
That's a shirt, by the way. That's our new shirt at the shop. I give a shit.
There you go. I don't hate that. I'll work on it with Scotty.
Thank you. Talk to you soon, brother.
Take care,
Cross, 957 Cruise FM in Edmonton is where you can find him, at Lochlin Cross on Twitter as well. Have a great weekend. And thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us all week. Kind of a dog's breakfast, but fun today. It's because of these guys. Man, selfie videos are the best. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter at deanblundell.com. You can also, if you can, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'd be great. Go to YouTube, Dean Blundell Show on YouTube, and boom, there you go. Subscribe, and you can see everything that we do. If you're listening to this on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, etc., you can watch us do it live, including the videos at YouTube, Dean Blundell Show on YouTube. You can also find us on Twitch TV, Dean Blundell TV on Twitch. Thanks to our sponsors at Easy Auto Financial for making this possible. Easy Auto Financial helps you get financing because it's tough and they don't want you to pay for it, and they'll take care of everybody. These guys are subprime lending geniuses, ninjas, if you will. And they're great people. They want to help you get a car and make it as easy as possible. All the turnkey stuff, all the forms, everything. They do everything. Absolutely everything. And they don't want you to pay for financing. Go to easyautofinancial.ca. No obligation to sign up. Also, our friend at Ed's Fine Imports. Ed makes Gitch, Canadian-made underwear, boxer briefs, pouch in the front. You cannot miss with these, and you can order them online from him now. If you go to edsfineimports.com, Gitch, and then the number 3 is your promo code. That'll net you a free pair of underwear when you order 3 or more. Massive online store, too. I do all my clothes shopping there. Clothing for men and boys. Go to edsfineimports.com. And, of course, our friends over at Domination. Dominate with your content by using domination.com, DMNTN.com. People that use this software use it to do promos in minutes instead of hours. You can get 72 different pieces of content inside 5 minutes. It's incredible. It is free to use for the first time. Gamer, streamer, podcaster, you need this in your life. Go to dmntn.com today for more information. Have a great weekend, everybody. We will see you on Monday morning. Monday, 3 o'clock. Not Monday morning. I was going to say Monday morning. I don't do Monday mornings anymore, which is weird, right? Because I used to get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning for like 20 years to work. Now, if someone wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I just start swinging. I have no idea why. Maybe it's what happens when you're in your 40s. You're like, fuck, someone woke me up. I need to fight. Anyway, see you at 3 p.m. on Monday. Have a great day. Great weekend, too. Be safe. Have fun. Be kind.